So, we were going to do a WWE in review week.
All right, it's mid-card mana, by the way.
And then
Sam Keola, the wrestling connoisseur, loose cannon.
We realized like how shitty it's been.
Yeah.
For this week and last week and I think the week before
Weird
that.
feud building between Bobby Lashley and Sammy.
I don't know. And
sisters.
I know I have been so disheartened from what WWE's been doing that hey, don't Charlotte yourself now.
These are real.
I was talking about your teeth because that also happened. She got her teeth knocked out.
That's true. These.
I don't know how many teeth did she get knocked out.
These are questionable. I haven't seen a dentist in like 4 years.
That means they're real. If you haven't seen a dentist, obviously they're real because then you got to go to the dentist to get them. Unless you like did it yourself, took them from somebody else, which could still be real. I guess.
I know a guy.
Isaac Yankum.
Yeah.
How many teeth did Shirley get knocked out?
I don't recall.
And who did it?
I want to say it was a match between her
and Sheamus.
It was her and Carmella, I think, actually.
Good for her.
Where Carmella kicked her teeth.
Oh, man. Rough.
Yeah.
But they're not going to talk about that, obviously, because they want to keep up this image. They have Barbie dolls. Which pisses me off. They should talk about it. I don't know. I didn't watch Raw this week, so they might have talked about it.
They did not.
They should show pictures of her
SmackDown,
missing all. Like Natty posted in reply to Cesaro jamming his into his nasal cavity.
His sinuses.
Natty's like, "Welcome to the club," and pops her fronts out.
Yeah.
Because it's wrestling, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
But they won't do that for Charlotte because they want to keep up images.
Well, because she's the queen.
What do you want me to do?
Woo!
Get that over here.
What? While we're recording?
Yes. Woo!
Who does that, Allison? Oops, I went the wrong way. Oh my god, I'm doing this like I'm a WWE creative. The total wrong way. Nope, that's not the way either. Okay, I did it.
Right. Get out on your feet. You might bruise your feet or cut it.
I don't know. I did watch 205 and NXT.
You could scratch your bottle now.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And Ciampa, I will say that Cody, in my opinion, is the best heel in the world right now. Close second, like
Tommy Entertainment.
Just like
Tommy
nipping at his heels is Ciampa.
Tommy Entertainment, you mean?
Yeah, like man.
Better than Johnny Wrestling. Tommy Entertainment.
These two guys are the top heels in the business right now, and you know I think Ciampa's hungry and ready, and Triple H is just that much of a genius.
Yeah.
That it's by the time Ciampa, if he ever does leave NXT, if he ever gets drafted up to Raw or SmackDown, hopefully not 205, that they will not be able to screw it up. Knock on wood. But just saying
let's not underestimate their ability to do that.
Just saying that he will be so over as a heel that they'll have to Roman Reigns book him. No pun intended. That hardcore to keep him as a top heel, hopefully. Besides that, I really ain't got much to.
As far as this week in WWE.
This week in WWE.
I mean, I think I liked Kevin Owens winning this week.
I didn't catch it this week. I was just could not be bothered to watch it. It's on my agenda. It's just I haven't had the time, or have I not made the time?
It is also only Tuesday, so
true. So
you usually catch it a little bit later in the week.
Usually, yeah. If I don't catch it the day of, usually I'll catch Raw before it comes on here. I'll catch East Coast, but not usually SmackDown. But it's been a long weekend.
It has.
So I have not caught it, nor have I been just hyped to catch it. My mojo has left me.
It's been
to catch this.
It's been pretty lackluster lately, though. I mean, when you look at different storylines
Hey.
that are converging.
Just you know, when Allison and I play her wrestling figures, it's better than watching wrestling. So
Oh,
you know, we just started a draft last night because we have 4 brands now.
what's the fourth?
We
205?
we have changed 205 is going to become Heat
Ooh,
to keep it within the family, and we have the Masked GM is our new GM.
is it Neville?
Actually,
He's
we
under
have a
mask.
Neville, but we have a Masked GM.
That was, I think, another disappointing moment where Neville did not.
Allison had a great
Return.
idea. It's like when we eventually reveal who the Masked GM is, she says it should be The Rock. Like, okay, maybe. But right now it's just a masked GM in a suit. That's our, you know. So we started our draft last night, and her idea for Heat is she has picked. She's doing the Masked GM, and she's doing Ric Flair for Raw, and Triple H is NXT, and JBL is SmackDown. And all of her picks for Heat have been the big guys. So I'm like, okay. So that has been way more entertaining than what we've seen on WWE.
I mean, that's fair.
You know, I just-
Usually that is the case, isn't it?
it is. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll catch up with it this week. But after catching, you know, 2 nights of Japan, it's
I mean, it's kind of
It's-
underwhelming after that.
yeah, you know. So that, and I watched Larry Zbyszko versus William Regal from like 1994.
It's like from
something,
years gone
93. It was a match on, I believe, WCW Saturday Night, no less, for the TV title. That was like a 35-minute match with no clotheslines, no super kicks, you know, none of these things that are kind of the go-to things now for a wrestler. And it's quite refreshing. You know, I would suggest everybody go watch that. Find it on YouTube. Zbyszko versus Regal. We don't see that anymore.
It's true, we don't.
I'm sure Dash and Dawson watch this match every night because there's no flips.
Say yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 We go hard. All day, all night.
So this is our kind of our lack of WWE week review.
Yeah, I mean,
If you
There's-
haven't caught it, you're probably not missing much right now.
it's really unfortunate too because of the fact that there's so much they could be doing at this point, especially with the build to Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just really not taking
I'm-
that time.
I have heard some spoilers. Like, apparently, Ronda Rousey's going to versus Nia Jax at Money in the Bank. Why is this a good idea?
I mean, they had Nia Jax challenge her
Oh,
rather than have Rousey be the one to ask for it. So
that's a horrible, horrible idea. It's so horrible, I don't even know where to begin. Because Ronda's nowhere near ready, in my opinion. But from what I've gathered is that they had her in this because they didn't want her to lose Money in the Bank.
yeah,
So instead you're going to strap her with the title.
and it's like that's better?
Question mark? Apparently one of the women's championship is going to be exactly what's going to happen, has happened with Brock Lesnar and the Universal title. Because there's no way they're going to strap her and have her defended at every pay-per-view or on TV. It's not going to happen. So much for the women's division, if that's the case, in my opinion.
Which is such a shame. I mean, they've also been teasing the build towards 4 horsewomen versus faux horsewomen, as they're calling it, which is kind of ridiculous considering the fact that Rousey's also supposed to be a face,
Right.
and yet is talking a whole line of smack about that. So
Oh, which leads me to like the We should do this one day. Have a talk about the state of wrestling with the faces and heels because they.
Yeah, I mean, I think we keep
been-
meaning to, and I
they've
think
been
we
trying
touch upon
to-
it in lots of different
Yeah.
videos.
They've been trying to get away from that for a long time. Paul Heyman even tried to get away from it in ECW. To a lot of the wrestlers saying no, we can't do it. We can't. It's not MMA. It's not a different kind of sport where you can have you like who you like. It just doesn't work. And I believe we can see that with the push of Roman Reigns and then pushing this. Oh, the fans have their opinions to like who they like. This prologue they like to give before Roman Reigns or John Cena comes out. I'm sorry, that's not wrestling. You're like mesmerized.
I am. I'm
by
trying really hard to get this.
pin game. It's unfortunate. I mean, you do plays and theater and stuff, so you understand the need for this formulaic.
Well, yeah. I mean,
aspect.
this isn't meant to insult anybody. I've gotten it this close, so I'm gonna. This isn't meant to insult anybody, but the easiest way to get the audience as a whole is to have those really clear distinctions.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, from a storytelling perspective, it's going to be very difficult to figure out why to care and who to care about.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can even have it be as possibly ambiguous as having the heel or the villain have sympathetic sort of qualities or traits or justifications for their behavior. But at the end of the day, you really need to make sure you have a very clear sort of divide between, no, this is a bad guy because of X, Y, and Z. This is the good guy because of X, Y, and Z.
I think
So-
that's good to have when you're having them as a tweener.
Yes.
You have a bad guy that's going to turn face, or you have a good guy that's going to turn heel. Then you want those ambiguous qualities so that the fans can go like, oh, maybe this guy isn't so bad. Maybe I want to see him.
Or maybe I was wrong to trust this guy so
I
much.
shouldn't trust this one. Yeah. And then you would turn them down the road, and the fans are like, "Yeah, I knew it. I knew you couldn't trust Kurt Angle."
Or on the opposite side, it's like I knew there was some good in
Yeah.
so and so, and it in that sense makes the payoff for when they do finally turn a little bit bigger for the fans.
It does,
because then it's sort of like they're in on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're privy to this sort of storyline or this information.
If they had John Cena come back and be heel.
John Cena did come back as a heel. He broke up with Nikki Bella and started
Well,
banging Carmella.
I mean, on TV,
Whoa!
and they had Cena come back all egotistical and like that. The fans would really turn on him and gladly turn on him, I
Each
think.
one of you a scissors.
And, it would be that, we didn't trust Cena all along.
Yeah.
You guys have to share scissors.
But because
Okay.
they do this, the WWE universe pays their money to make this decision if they like somebody or not. It's a big cop out, and
Not sure.
it's a
I
shame.
think it was your dad's.
Why you gotta throw me under the bus for, yo?
I'm sorry, I just remember that seeing this and being like, that's a cool pattern. And I was sad that it
Because
wasn't
John
mine.
Cena me. Feel like Zack Ryder all of a sudden.
Hey.
Oh, we were friends.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we really should do that Monologue one day.
Yeah, this is instead of talking about
Instead of
doing
just talking
the
about
video.
doing it. This is our video
I stood a
talking
chair
about.
against the door.
Let's talk about. Don't do that, Allison.
Why?
Because mommy's bringing pizza. Move the chair. Move the chair.
Just move the chair.
And on that note,
And that note,
you're
we are
done
out.
because pizza's here, and
Everybody
we're gonna end this
is
one
a
like,
nerd.
oh my god, oh it's for boys.